Wolf was a creature of the blue hours. He lived in the spaces between the streetlights, a man of sharp edges and a gaze that seemed to look through people rather than at them. He carried his solitude like a heavy coat, tailored by years of keeping the world at arm's length. To Wolf, intimacy was a vulnerability he couldn't afford. He was a lone frequency in a city of white noise, convinced that he was meant to vibrate alone. Then came Minie. She wasn't a storm, she was the afterglow. Minie moved through the world with a defiant kind of grace, her spirit a kaleidoscope of warm ambers and soft rose. Where Wolf saw walls, Minie saw windows. Their collision was beautiful and devastating. At the start, it was less of a romance and more of a clash of physics. Wolf's instinct was to retreat into his shadows the moment Minie's light became too bright. He was guarded, cynical, and prone to disappearing into the digital silence of read receipts and unanswered calls. Minie, meanwhile, struggled with the weight of his distance, wondering if she was pouring her heart into a void that would never echo back. The world told them they were a mismatch. "He's too cold," they whispered to her. "She's too fragile for your chaos," they warned him. They spent months in a magnetic pull of approach and avoidance, a jagged rhythm of late-night conversations that felt like confessions, followed by days of icy withdrawal. It was a war of nerves, a struggle to decide if the fear of being hurt was greater than the fear of being alone. But love, in its truest form, is a stubborn architecture. The shift happened on a night when the city felt too small for both of them. In a moment of raw, unfiltered honesty, Wolf finally dropped the armor. He admitted that his silence wasn't a lack of feeling, but a fear of it. And Minie, instead of walking away from his complexity, chose to sit in the dark with him until he felt safe enough to step into the light. They stopped trying to change each other's nature and started building a new geography together. Wolf learned that his strength wasn't in his isolation, but in his ability to protect the peace they had built. Minie learned that her warmth could melt even the thickest frost, provided she had the patience to wait for the thaw. Today, they are the proof that the hardest miles often lead to the most breathtaking views. They are no longer two separate entities fighting for space. They are a single heartbeat in a crowded room. Wolf's edges have been softened by her touch, and Minie's light has been grounded by his depth. They found their forever, not by accident, but by choosing to stay when every instinct told them to run. In the end, the wolf didn't just find his mate, he found his rest. And Minie didn't just find a lover, she found a mountain.